Diaries, what you got for me?
Durag Diaries, fam. It's getting dark out here. Cause I've been so real, fam. Man's been Duragless for too long on this show. I feel like whenever we do this show, man's been losing. Cuz big up to the people them inside. Welcome to the North Divide. Back again. Tottenham. Hammered by Forest yesterday. Just awful stuff, to be honest. We're gonna get into that. Arsenal nicking a very lucky 2 own goals.
Brother,
against bottom of the table.
You see that game, yeah? I firmly believe we cashed in on all our luck that we will get for this season, bro. So everything from now has to be you got to get it. You can't rely on luck no more. Cause I still can't believe it. So you see me, yeah? I thought I would have been shameless and said, "Oh, but I got 3 points. It's calm, bro." I'm still not happy with what I saw on that day, bro. I'm still not happy. It's mad. I can't believe. Do you know what it is? It's because, but it's Wolves. Do you know what I'm saying? It's Wolves, like, but it's actually Wolves. Like, it's not no. Like, don't get me wrong. If this was like Tottenham or Man United or Chelsea or Liverpool or even a Sunderland, a Brentford, brother, it was Wolves, Regin. Yeah. 2 points, bottom of the table. Before they faced me, conceded 33, scored 8. Brother, bottom of the table, bro. I should have rinsed them, but
it ain't so easy. It's not so easy.
Do you know what it is, Jords? Yeah? Do you know what it is, yeah? Brother, you see, like, and it happens a lot when people face Arsenal, yeah? Brother, they'll play every other game, yeah? Whether it's home or away, yeah? And they'll free up themselves like it's the red light district, bro. Like, all the doors are open, anyone can come in, don't care what you look like.
You can't be running this narrative for
you could be 5 foot, you could be 5'3", bro. You could be 6'10", bro. Like, the gal them in the walls, they don't care. Whoever you this door's always open, bro. There's always a slot for you to come in, yeah? Against us, bro, I thought I was facing Wolves. Turned out I was facing the Trump administration because they were trying to build a wall to keep man out, bro. Like, they were actually trying to build a wall to keep man out, bro. Like, I'm seeing 5 at the back. Sometimes I'm seeing 6 man there. I'm seeing 3 man right in front of the back 5. And it's like,
this is how Wolves play, though, bro. Like, you can't be mad. Wait. This is what we're not going to do.
They free it.
We're not going to have you paint the picture that bottom of the table side low blocked against Arsenal like it was some surprise.
Well, everybody does it though.
Don't do it like, don't talk like you're surprised they went 9 at the back. They're bottom of the table with no wins, and you're surprised that they're going against top of the table and defending with all of their lives.
Wait,
that's how football works.
Wait, they played
best team versus the worst team.
Wait, who did they? What was it? Chelsea that they played? What was the last big team that they played? Was it Chelsea? Was Chelsea?
They played Chelsea and Man United, yeah, and they had. I think they played Man United in the Premier League recently, but they played Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and that was a 4-3 against Chelsea, where they almost come back, and then obviously
it was Man United that smoked them, innit? Yeah, Man United, bro. They did bro. Man United are, bro. Okay, when they faced them, Man United must have been like 7th. Like, that's still quite a way away from 20th. Brother, they bro, red light district, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? They might as well register their team, yeah, in Dam. They might as well. The way that they run in red light district, they might as well register their team in Dam. They're not an English team anymore. They're a Dutch team. All of that stuff. But when they face Arsenal, yeah, build the wall, man. Build the wall, Great Wall of China, all of that stuff. Got to keep out the invaders. That's what they're doing, bro. But against everybody else, it's bro.
But as you can see here, yeah, Wolves is not Wolves, sorry. Hooks is still rattled by the Wolves result, which we love. That makes this show even better, so we can dive into the actual details of the game. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes on your way in, like Malik says here, man. Especially if you got a 3 points, make sure you smash the likes. But even if you didn't, smash the likes in it because we need it. It's the only win that we're going to be getting for a long time over here. It's tough couple of weeks ahead. Thomas the Tank, with no engine.
No. Thomas the Wank
Tank.
engine. Thomas the Wank engine.
Why
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, because then you called him a wanker, innit? So now I call him Thomas the Wank engine, innit? I mean,
that's between you and Deji. I don't know what I'm doing. But you see me, I'm just talking about Thomas the Tank, no engine, innit? Like, thing's got the EML light on. The oil, there's an oil leak, and it's all over the back line. The oil leak is all over the back line, but more importantly, that goalkeeper. Because I heard what Derry said. Vicariously, what's he calling? Vicariously, something. But Vicario, I've defended him for far too long. I'm not gonna lie, people. I've defended him for far too long. These mistakes can no longer just. I can't look past these mistakes no more.
Yeah, it was a mad mistake.
I can't lie. It was mad. Dumb pass into Archie Gray for him to then go mad at Archie Gray's, and I've seen him do this far too often. Whether it's Bergbaum, it's always the young players he does this to. He's a bully. He's a bully because whenever he makes a mistake, the first thing he does is start pointing the finger. Oh, bro, what are you doing? All of this typical shit goalkeeper stuff. You guys all know you've ever played Sunday League, or if you ever played football. The goalkeeper lets in a goal, and the first thing they're doing, whenever it's there for, is just start shouting at defenders in front of them, say, "You guys weren't doing this." No, the goalkeeper was doing stupidness for the first goal and the second goal. And do you know, after a few weeks where he was saving Spurs, he sort of was winning the fan base. But since that Fulham game, he's not been buying himself any chances. Because it's just been back to back poor and stupid performances from him. But you know what? Look, we're going to get into the game first. We'll start with Spurs, considering we actually lost. Even though Arsenal felt like a loss, it wasn't.
Just quickly though, I actually want to know like your opinion. Like, so, all right, you know me, yeah. I think that Thomas Frank deserves time in it. I still think he deserves time, but the one thing that I really don't understand about this, because obviously I didn't watch the game, yeah, but I found out about this after the game, is that apparently he started with a midfield of Archie Gray, Bentancur, and Xavi Simons, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like that midfield is a good midfield against a team that, doesn't really have too much physicality in their midfield, and B, sits off. So a game where you expect to dominate a lot of the possession, I can see how that midfield three would work in it. But why would you take out, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, why would you take out your best midfielder, maybe even arguably your best player this season in Paulinho in a game that you need to win? Like, that's the only thing that I don't understand, which would then lead, obviously, Frank is culpable for that. Don't get me wrong, the players on the pitch should not be losing 3-0 in it. But I just don't understand why you would take out arguably someone that's kind of like viewed as a rock, who probably both Van der Ven and Romero look at like, oh, if things get a bit sticky, that guy is going to be there to sweep things up and kind of break up anything that's going to be progressing through the midfield. Like, why would you add extra pressure onto your back line? That's the only part that I don't understand from a manager who's kind of known for being kind of more defensive, more pragmatic.
You know what it is, yeah? With the Paulinho stuff, it's Paulinho is like, he's very good at one thing, innit? He's very good at breaking down the play. He's probably like the best midfielder in the league when it comes to just tackling, intercepting, like just with those two singular attributes. I think he is. Maybe Caicedo's better than him, but away from that, I generally don't think there is a better player that's tackling.
Stop.
Better than tackling and intercepting than Rice. But away from those singular attributes, everything else he does in the game is at a very low level. So in a game where you're expected to have more of the ball, like you said, I think that Thomas Frank approached it and said, if you look at our most recent games, our build-up has looked better when Archie Gray's been in there. So Archie Gray he's just finding himself to be a starter because he's a deep line playmaker. He's the one player who from deep's got the technical ability, he's got the smart, he's got the nous, and he can play through the lines comfortably. Whenever you get him on the ball, you don't really have too much of a problem with him building up from deep and picking up the ball in those areas all by himself. So when Vicario made that pass, although it was a hospital pass, if there's any person that I expect to deal with it in that area, it would be a player like Archie Gray. So I'm not mad at him for trying to build out from the bottom and from the back with Archie Gray there, because he's the one player who can turn out of those positions. But for me, with Paulinho, when you look at even our last game with Slavia Prague, who we played, he's too limited on the ball. Like, you can't build out from him. If you're going to play up against a team where you're expected to have a lot of possession, Paulinho's just not the player to go with. Bentancur will give you pretty much what Paulinho does, maybe to not the same level defensively, but still give you a very similar level. And he's a slightly, just very so slightly better than him on the ball. I think the biggest problem, though, for me is just continuously it's the patterns, man. Like yesterday, for the first half hour, even before that first goal, Spurs looked like the better side. Spurs looked like the team that was building into the game. But the problem we had was our lack of attacking patterns. Every time you get on the ball, you're going out to Kudus. Yeah, Kudus, work it down the wing, put a cross into the box. Kudus was getting crowded out by 2 to 3 players very quickly in that game. And it was a very easy to find out how to shut down Spurs. Whenever it was Kolo Muani, same thing. He's getting on the ball. He's taking one too many touches down on the wing because we haven't got the runners in behind making the smart moves. And Richarlison's just non-existent hold-up play kills us in every time we attack. So for me, the biggest problem with Thomas Frank, and like I get it, you can look at the players on the pitch, say some of them ain't good enough. They're not performing good enough. But Thomas Frank is not helping these players perform any better. When you've got a team who, let's just say, isn't perfect, yeah, you expect your manager to try to paper over some of the cracks with their tactical ability or coaching ability, whether that's making some of these players play better or covering for some of the deficiencies with the squad with the way that you set up. He hasn't done either of those things. So that's why I'm Thomas Frank out. That's why I don't trust in this manager. That's why I can continuously make excuses for the players on injuries and so on, but I don't see it getting better under Thomas Frank. Like, I just don't see it getting better. Yesterday was another example of that. Although, like Wolfie will tell you, I predicted a win. I was quite confident in winning.
I know.
Mainly off the fact of they had 2 days to prepare for the game. We had 4 days to prepare for the game. I was thinking at least with this, we stayed at home for the for our Europa League game. They traveled away from home. Yeah, they played at home on the weekend, but they was at home. We were at home. We were in the country.
No, your Champions League game. I know it's
yeah. We were at home.
Not your Europa League game.
Easy game. No, we played Champions League. They played Europa.
Yeah, but you said your Europa League game. You had to slip of the You're still in that mode.
Again, you're still just you're focusing on minute words, messing up my whole.
I was just correcting you, bro.
I don't even know what I was saying now because Hooks wants to get his words.
But the bros not correct each other.
I thought
bros correct each other.
YouTube thing.
Next time I won't correct my bro. I'll let you sit there.
Fine, because we know Hooks likes to do the YouTube thing now.
No, I don't do the YouTube thing.
Well, we saw it yesterday, or Saturday, on your reaction with D. You're doing.
I was actually the one that was
doing the YouTube thing, but I hear it. But we're gonna get onto the Arsenal game in a second.
A lot of people actually agree with me in the comments as well.
Final thoughts. My final thoughts on that is just, I thought Spurs were gonna win, but also at the same time, these types of performances, not results. These types of performances are expected with the way that we've been playing over the past 3 or 4 months. So I just think it's time for Thomas Frank. We're seeing statistics come out to state that last season we started off better with Ange. The season before that we started off better with Ange, and this is actually our worst start to a season dating back to 2008 to 2009. So very, very poor from Thomas Frank. And at this point, there's no excuses, in it. Like he's.
Do you know what's that I find amazing? I find amazing. In 16 games, yeah, you have 15 XG. That's diabolical. You actually have less XG than games played. It's a bit dark. Which means
Yeah, we know that though, because there's a lot of games where, like I said
No, but
yesterday,
George, but you don't know that, because I find that a bit strange, because all I was hearing from you before this game is, Simon, 3 man of the matches in a row. What you saying?
3 starts. That was facts.
Simon,
like, have you got a problem with someone stating facts or something? Because that's
Simon,
a fact.
3 man matches in a row. Like,
that was a fact. So was that not a fact?
And you say you
but you just corrected me for not stating facts, and now you're not liking the fact that I state.
Let me finish.
No, because I'm gonna do the thing you done to D. No, I'm gonna do the. What did you say to D? Well, no, I'm not gonna let you finish when you're incorrectly saying statements I didn't say. Okay, so I need to ask you a question. Answer this question for me. What did you do? Answer this question for me, and then I'll let you speak. Answer this question for me, and I'll let you speak. Did I or did I not state a fact regarding Xavi?
Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna let me answer?
I did. I just said you need to answer.
No, are you gonna let me answer? I don't want to start answering.
Did I or did I not state a fact regarding Xavi?
It's less about
no. Yes or no, and then you can say whatever you want. Yes or no, and then say
okay. First, you stated a fact.
Okay,
but the way that you was using said fact was to kind of imply that he is a lot better than what he actually is. Yeah. Hence why I find it really weird when you say things like, "Oh, I kind of expected this performance, but in all the build-up, you expected to win." So I just find it weird. I find it so weird that all prior to the game, you expect all prior to this game, you pretty much said it was impossible.
I predicted a win. I didn't say not win this game. No, I didn't.
Pretty much, but that's the vibe that it's impossible. Like,
that's lies. That's how you're lying, because me and Wolfie done a preview together, and Wolfie said himself before he done his monologue to say, "Yeah, mine and Jords' preview was probably one of the worst previews we done because we both had no energy." So to sit here and say that it was impossible for them to win is just lies. No, we had no energy. We had no energy or enthusiasm regarding our teams. That's what he was referencing.
You didn't YouTube thing.
No. Do you know what it is? I get it. You didn't watch my previews before the game, so you don't know how I felt before the game. You was on the 12th man show with me and heard me say a few things on 12th man. You're now running that I said it was impossible.
You're smart. I know what you're doing.
You're doing that.
You know that we're only here for 30 minutes, so you're trying to cut me off as much as possible. So
what the tactic you done on D on the weekend? No. I remember watching 20 minutes of the video and I didn't hear D. I heard you. I didn't hear D.
No. Do you know why? I didn't hear
D.
For the first thing, yeah, I can't believe I have to address this. Yeah. So for the first thing, yeah, I was actually confused why I didn't hear D for the first 50. I even said it myself. But you know what it was? It's because he didn't come to do a match reaction. He came to chat about me. Yeah. So see, now the North divide. This is the perfect type of show to do said things, because it's a 1-to-1. It's not match reaction. It's a 1-to-1. It's Hooks talking to Jords. So we can run those type of things on this show. Yeah. But you see, D, he decided off his own back. I'm not going to do 1-to-1s with Hooks no more. Cancel them. Not going to do them no more. Going to do it with Gal. Going to do it with DG. Going to do it with Stricto. Not with Hooks. So I expect to go into a match reaction talking about the match. Am I not? So in the first 15 minutes when I'm talking about the match and all he's trying to do is talk about me, I'm bare confused.
You shouldn't be confused when you make it's just like how everyone comes in here and says, "Jords, where's the money sleeve? Where's the money sleeve?" I never once said, "Oh, I'm going to drop a money sleeve after every game." It doesn't matter, but I made big, bold predictions, so they're going to ask me where the money sleeve is. I've got to hold that. I don't sit here and complain when people do that. You're allowed to say that in the chat, guys. I know money sleeves got dropped. In fact, the money sleeve got retracted, bro. It got retracted.
It's been retracted now.
We retracted it. There's no, we retracted, as you can see here. Yeah, we pulled it back in, fam. Like, the money sleeve is not working right now. Yeah, we need to go to the workshop and see if we can get the engine running again, because it's looking dark. But focus, concentrate. Okay. Back to the game. You sit here and trying to make it seem like I'm a madman wanting Thomas Frank out my team, and this is what I don't like.
I didn't say you're a madman.
No, but you like to question why we want Thomas Frank out and so on, which is nothing wrong with questioning. There's nothing wrong with questioning. But the way you guys phrase your question is like we're entitled.
No. Why are you putting words in my mouth? I don't question it. I just said that, in my opinion, I think he deserves time. That's all I said.
You are also questioning, because you've asked me questions on it. So you questioned my opinion on having Thomas Frank out and why I have Thomas Frank out. You haven't previous shows. You've asked me before, bro. What do you mean? Like, you acting like this is the first time we've spoken.
I'm asking you why, because I want to know why you want him out. Just like when I ask Liverpool fans, like, why are you
questioning why I want him out? And why he should be out? Like,
because I would like to. Because I'm trying to like belittle your opinion or say that you can't want him out. It's because I actually would genuinely want to know why you want him out.
Okay, so
do you agree with the statement that he made? When he said something along the line?
Nobody about the time thing.
Yeah. Do you agree with his
well, that goes for anything in life. Like, if you give anything time, eventually, you're gonna have better opportunity of it working out overall. But let's be honest, if you haven't given anybody, like, let's just say you start a relationship, it starts horribly. Why would you give that relationship time? It started poorly. Like, you can give it time and it might work out in a few years. It might do, because it just got off to a rocky start. But it doesn't give you any signs to make it look like it's going to go good. You cut ways and leave it. And that's how I'm feeling about this manager right now. Right now, there's no signs of this getting any better.
Go from, so we have my thing is, yeah, like, all right, even though I hate Tottenham with every single fiber in my body, yeah, even I can't deny that you generate so much revenue and you are a London club that anyone, and you are in the Premier League, that anyone that wants to kind of test themselves in the Premier League or wants to experience Premier League management would go to Tottenham. Like, I think that's undeniable. You go to Tottenham, you get to spend peas, you're going to be in London, you're always going to be in the spotlight because it's a London club. Obviously, you got the rivalry with Arsenal, you got the rivalry with Chelsea, so you're always going to be involved in media some way, shape or form. You got a lot of sponsors, like, obviously all of that stuff in it. The only thing that I would question, why would you want Thomas Frank out now, is because who you probably want as a replacement, or who you probably have in your mind as a replacement, either A, wouldn't join mid-season for obvious reasons, and B, could be someone that isn't even like, it just keep Frank.
I'd rather take the risk. Like, that's my thing. And like, why sit here with a broken record with someone who's not working, then go out there and take a risk?
Who's your number one? Who's your number one?
You should know Professor X, man. I want
that
Xavi.
Yeah, cool.
Now again, like, he might not come in. He hasn't got a job right now, so he'd be an easy option in that sense. But convincing him would be the tough part. Now, if he doesn't come in, then you start looking at other managers. There's Vincenzo Italiano, who just left Bologna. I'm pretty sure he left Bologna, but he's got a new club. But he was good for a few seasons over in the Serie A. Farioli from Ajax, I think he got sacked at the end of last season. He looks like a decent manager that can play attacking football, but I don't know about him. I just know he's an option.
Perfect. Just there, perfect. Yeah. So, would you rather, wait until the end of the season, but you're guaranteed Xavi, or sack Thomas Frank now, but you can only bring in Farioli, whatever his name is?
I'd rather wait for Xavi in that sense, but
like, there you go. That's my point. Like, why would you? That's my point with wanting to.
Xavi's not in a job, so you wouldn't have to wait till end of the season. That's my point.
I don't think he would come in. I don't think he would come in mid-season.
But I mean, that's
unless he was promised, like, we can go to town in the January transfer window, then maybe. If he's promised we can go, like, he's like, for example, in talks they go, look, we have to turn this around, Xavi. We believe you're the guy that can turn it around, and we can commit to you 200 million to spend in January. Then I'll be like, cool, maybe he'll come.
That's what I mean, but that's what Spurs need to go out there and do, bro. Like, we've got to go out there and do that, innit? Like, there's no questions about it. The board, if they do sack him, they need to act quickly and they need to act ambitiously. You need to go out there and bring a manager in and let him know that he's going to be able to make changes as soon as possible. Apparently, Thomas Frank said in his recent press conference, like, we want we're looking to make changes in January as soon as the window opens. So he's already said it, and clearly the board and the team, his sporting director team must align with him on that. So there needs to be change at Spurs, managerial change, some player change, but ultimately change at Spurs is needed, isn't it? Because it's not been good enough. But let's come on to Arsenal because we got like last 10 minutes before we wrap up. Obviously, a result. I was going to say disappointing, but it's not disappointment because 3 points, but a disappointing performance.
It was shit.
How?
It's okay to say it was shit. It's just really, it's just okay to say it was shit. Like, we definitely underperformed. Like, okay, maybe shit is I'm emotional because I'm an Arsenal fan. So maybe saying shit is too far. But like, for how much we dominated that game, like, do you know what? Yeah, do you know a perfect kind of like example of how much we dominated that game is the Hwang Hee-chan chance. That's how like everybody was in their half for the whole game. And then obviously you're then susceptible to things like that. Like, for a team that was so dominant, was pinning them back so much, had so much possession, not only in the game, but in their final third, for us to leave that game 2-1 with 2 own goals scored is mental to me. I still can't comprehend how that even happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
You need to address some of the attacking problems because, like, you remember, like, we've stayed with you. Gyökeres being one of them. I don't think, like, I knew that this would be a game where he'd be poor. I remember I told you, I said it's not a game for him to start. It makes no sense to start him in this types of game because low block teams, he doesn't have good movement in the box. He's not very, like, quick and sharp, and you're not really going to find him too much with the crosses. Marino is more suited to this type of game. But are you willing to address that, like, against a lot of these teams, you lack ideas in attack? And you're just not breaking them down.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think it's less about lacking ideas in attack and more about not executing those ideas. Because, like, for example, yeah, perfect example. I don't know if you've seen the video. So Ødegaard has the ball, yeah, and he's running in the midfield. Ødegaard has the ball. Victor Gyökeres is right in front of him, and at first he runs off the shoulder of the defender this way. He's making the run. Ødegaard does not try and find him. He then shifts his body, turns, and runs off the shoulder of that same defender the other way. Martin Ødegaard still doesn't play him through, and he passes out wide. I think it was to Rice. It might have been to Rice. He passes out wide. Yeah, that's one example. Another example: Martinelli running with the ball. Victor Gyökeres runs off the shoulder of the defender. Yeah, he stops for a bit. He looks back at Martinelli and then he continues to run. Martinelli doesn't play him through and he passes out wide to Declan Rice, which was a shit pass, hospital pass, and it ends up going off the pitch. Now, this is my point. Like, look, the things that I will say about Victor Gyökeres that he himself needs to work on is 2 things, in my opinion. One of them is, for some reason, I think his body may be made out of steel. Because more often than not, when the ball's played into him, it bounces off his body in some mad way, and then he's put into every ball's like a 50-50. It then becomes a 50-50 with the defender. By the time he gets the ball under control, everyone's got back. That's something that he needs to work on. The second thing is he's bare blam, yeah, but he's not winning duels.
He's not that blam though. That's the thing.
When I say blam, like, if he backs his top off.
No, but you know, Hooks, you know, let's be real. He's tall. He's probably, I don't think he's as tall as you, but he's a tall guy. So naturally,
5'11",
he's
something like that.
He's not 5'11". Gyökeres 5'11".
Like 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. No, but when I say blam, like, he backs off his top. You tell.
Wait, he's only 5'11", 6 foot. This whole time I thought he was like 6'3".
No, I think he's like 5'11", 6 foot, something like that.
He's not. Yeah, he's not blam.
Maybe 6'1" at a push.
Let's be honest, he's skinny, bro. He's skinny. He's not built. He looks
no, you can't
he looks toned, but let's be honest. Blam is what Welbeck is. Blam is what Lukaku is. Welbeck, bro. Have you seen?
Welbeck isn't blammer than Gyökeres, but what are we doing?
Welbeck's blam. Are you?
Nah, you're moving mad.
Danny Welbeck.
You're moving mad.
Have you?
Lukaku, I agree with.
Nah, Danny Welbeck's blam.
Welbeck, I don't know. Welbeck's like he's lean and mager and chisel. You get me? But Gyökeres, you look at, man. If Gyökeres was walking down the road,
bro,
you'd think that he goes to pure gym.
He looks like one ironing board, bro. What are we doing here? He's tall, big, like that's it. I don't think he's blam. I don't think he's blam, but I hear it. Like he's clunky. I get your
Well,
point.
for how big he is, for how in shape he is, yeah, and how big he is, yeah, he should be winning a lot more duels than what he does. Those are the two things I'll give to him. But he's constantly making runs, and if we look at it realistically, yeah, from when he joined Arsenal, he's always been a willing runner, yeah. And I think personally, because look, I think Saka played in the ball, and he wasn't there he was a bit behind in it. Now, I think that's happening because he's like, in his mind, it's like, what's the point of me making these runs? Because he's not expecting the ball to come to him. And I can't blame him because the ball never comes to him. Look, we can say what we want. Like, do you know what? For me, yeah, if man want to call him crap, that's fine. Man can call him crap. It's okay. I don't like. I get
the ball don't come to him.
I care more about Jords. Why is my striker getting the ball to him only 4 times in 45 minutes? Because it's not like he's not always available.
That's part and parcel of like your team getting used to playing the striker. Man City, Haaland, let's be real, bro. Remember we used to see all these games, early Haaland, 7 touches in a game, 11 touches in a game. He wasn't really getting too many touches. City weren't bringing him into game because they just weren't used to playing the striker. It's only natural that 3 months into his Arsenal career, Arsenal aren't used to playing with an out-and-out number 9. So the runs that he's making, they're not used to penetrating the ball through those areas a lot of the time. You guys don't play through the middle. You guys don't. You know that yourself. You don't play down the middle. That's not an excuse, but your players are getting used to him. So there's naturally going to be like a period of change. So he's not getting that many of the ball in good areas. But when he does get the ball, he does need to do good things with it. And the players have to get that confidence from seeing him touch the ball, seeing him do good things. I don't think the players have that much trust in him at the moment to be playing those passes. But also, he has to keep doing those runs. Like that's if you watch Darwin Núñez, yeah, he came from the same league as him. So that's why I use him as a representation. He was horrible finishing and everything. But the one thing he had was the work rate. He constantly put himself in good areas. And that's why he always got the chance, because Núñez was just selflessly running, making the runs, dragging defenders out of the way. But when he got the ball, obviously he was shit at finishing, but he had some good chances. Gyökeres needs to do the same thing.
No, but that's what he's doing. But the difference is, in that Liverpool team, they play quick. So when he's making those runs, he's being found. Hence why he's getting a lot of chances. That's my argument. My argument is, if Gyökeres was getting the same volume of chances that Darwin Núñez was getting when he was at Liverpool, then I would be a lot more harsh on Victor Gyökeres if he wasn't getting the goals that we expect him to get. But he's not getting those volume of chances. He's just not. Like, and I understand, like, yeah, the players aren't used to playing with someone like that. But when you're Ødegaard and he's right in front of you, he's right in front of you, bro. Ødegaard has no excuse because at international level he plays with Haaland. He has no excuse.
I get your point. My thing is just like, in general, like there's gonna be a teething period, isn't it? And that's why I think you guys are right. Like, as much as I cook Gyökeres, because I generally don't think he is good enough, and that's me being honest. Because like DJ and his says, I don't think he doesn't hold up the ball well. He doesn't do a lot of things that you need to do well to be a good striker in the Premier League. I don't think he has these attributes, but I do think once Arsenal start to create for him more, maybe he'll pick up more goals, but he's not helping himself at this moment in time. That's the way I'm just viewing it. He's not helping himself. But talk to me about the other player you guys have in Eze. What was he doing in this game? Where was he?
Do you know what? Yeah, for me, I don't think he had a good game, but for me, like he was trying to do things differently that you would expect from someone playing in that role in our system. Like, there was a few times he tried to break the lines, just the ball was either it was too fast or not fast enough. There was times where you can see he's trying to add in that little extra bit of individual brilliance, drop the shoulder, dribble, like take play. Like, you see all of that, you see him do all of that. But for me, Eze, why I don't have the same flack for him that I would for maybe an Ødegaard or a Marino or even a Wanyeri to a degree, is because Eze can be playing 4 out of 10 for the whole game, but he's someone he's got moments in him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So at any moment, he could change it up, produce a bit of magic that decides the game. Now, the only problem is when you take him off, yeah, for a Marino and a and an Erdegaard. That's the problem. Like, because you're now taking off someone who's decisive, who can have that moment of magic that he can create himself. He doesn't need to pass it, and then get into a space and then do that. He can do it all himself. Yeah. So, and also on top of everything else, yeah, because a lot of Palace fans said this, and this is why I'm not too concerned about Eze at the moment. Is them man were always telling me, yeah, first half of the season he's crap. They all tell me it's the second part of the season when he picks up and you start.
Yeah, that's right. You know that.
So for him to already have contributed to goals and assists already and good play and help us win big games like Bayern, I already know better's coming. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind so much when it comes to the Eze conversation, innit? So and also Eze, funny enough, is one of the only players on our team who actually is looking out for Gyökeres, bro. Gyökeres always plays better when it's Eze's behind him. So
I feel like that's because he's naturally like a 10 that plays with a striker, and he always has, innit? So he's used to just finding the striker rather than the wingers, innit? Like he plays through the middle and stuff. So I get it. I personally think that Eze needs to be doing more, but obviously that's here and neither here or there, innit? It's up to you Arsenal fans to the expectations you guys put on him. I think he's been a poor start to the season, but like I said, if he has a good second half of the season, it don't really matter. If he doesn't, then it's not been a great season for him, not a great signing. But the cop-out for Arsenal fans is always going to be, we didn't sign him to be our main number 10, so he doesn't have to do the main number 10 numbers. So I hear it, innit? Like, we're always going to make an excuse for Eze. Again, I don't think this game's on him. I think you guys are just poor in general. I think Arteta definitely needs to go back to the drawing board and sort out some of his just ideas with the attack, because I generally just don't think you guys are. You start off the season, or you had a good period, I should say, not even start of season, like a good couple weeks where you're looking good attackingly. I think you're looking a bit poor at the moment, and probably
I think
needs
tired. A lot of the players,
but the thing is, it's only going to get worse. You know that, Hooks. The next couple of weeks when the tiredness really kicks in. So things need to change.
That's why we're getting the rest now, because like Arteta's given them 2 days off.
Aren't you playing Carabao Cup on Wednesday?
No, we're not playing. Because our one got moved to the 23rd of December with Palace.
Oh,
so we actually don't have a midweek game this week. So we got a week off. Yeah. So we're good. So we're gonna get training sessions in. They've been given 2 days rest. So hopefully that rejuvenates them. And then Everton on the weekend. Like, we should see a more active, more fresh, more energized Arsenal team.
First, look, people, we're going to have to end it there. I've got to run over to straight facts. I'm going to be chopping out with Terry and then on to the midday live for the day's streams. And then we'll be back at 4 p.m. We'll be at 4 p.m. on Copish. Myself, Hooks, and a couple of others. You can catch us there. Busy day for streams. We'll be getting cooked wherever I go, like they say about Spurs. That's going to be me today. So make sure you catch me on all these streams. Make sure you guys smash the likes on the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to not just me, but to Halftime Hooks TV. Link is in the title. Link is in the description, so you cannot miss it. But yeah, people, look, sorry it's been a quick one today. Try getting a full hour next week. But yeah, look, on to next time, people. God bless. Goodbye. Have a good day. Catch you.